Hey. So yesterday was quite an experience, and I have to share this with you. Um, so I'd gone on a call with my mom a couple of days ago. It was actually about 3 days ago, and she was sharing with me how frustrated they were. They were just so upset, frustrated. They lost one of their sets of keys to their car, and I don't know if you know anything about, when you have a set of keys with the remotes on them, if you lose one, you have to replace both if you're going to get two, right? And it's expensive. I don't know, it's $150, $200 maybe to replace a set of keys for a car. And here's what happened. They were so mad. They were like, "Mark, oh my gosh, can't find him. Your dad's so upset." And and I said, "Well, I don't know if I can help. I'm going to come down and I'll take a look for you." So for that, my parents live about an hour and a half away, hour and 40 minutes. And yesterday the weather was terrible. It was raining the entire time, downpouring. And if you've ever been on 95 and the weather's really bad, it isn't fun. It's quite dangerous. But anyway, got down there, and sure enough, my dad was really kind of he was in a funk. He was like, "Man, I was so frustrated. I look everywhere." And he went through the store and he shared with me. It was so busy the other day. I think this was on Thursday, and was so busy. And he went to the grocery store, and it was the first time he's ordered stuff online and delivered. And he's gone. He took the car. They have two cars. He took out the one car. And he came back, and he was going through it. Like, he was sharing with me every little detail of what he was doing. And he's like, "Okay." I said, "Go through it with me." So he did. And then he came home, and then he went back to the store, and there was a lot of stuff going on in their neighborhood. There was guys with trees, and it was just really distracting. And he was just sharing me so many details. And hang with me too, because this is very important for the message I have for you this morning. And then he said, and I came back, and then I put the groceries away, and then your mother said to make sure you lock the door. And I didn't see the keys. So I said, "Oh, they're around somewhere." So I just took her set of keys and I locked the door. And then I didn't think much of it until the next day. And then I went to bed, got up and looked for my keys, and I couldn't find them. And I looked and looked, and he said, and it's not like they're in this giant home and there's like sprawling property to lose the stuff. It was literally like a few little spots, couldn't find it, nothing. He was so mad. And have you ever been that? Like, if you ever lose something? And my dad was saying, my mom was actually making fun of my dad because he's done this before. And I've done that too. Trust me, I haven't lost a wallet in a while, but I don't know if you've lost a wallet, or you've lost, maybe a credit card, or you leave it somewhere and you feel like, you feel so like incapacitated, right? So we got done talking, and when I first came to the house, I had looked a few places. I looked up in the cabinets, and I looked around where, like, normally. He's like, "No, I looked there. And then we sat down, and he started and proceeded to tell me the story of how he went shopping and what he did, right? My dad's 77, and he's in his right mind. He doesn't have any Alzheimer's, praise the Lord. And my mom as well. They have the right mind. So that's a good thing. I know as we get older, sometimes our mind slips and we tend to lose track of stuff. So he went and told me all this story. And then I said, "Can you give me your keys just for a minute? I don't know. I'm just going to go out and I'm going to go look." And he's like, "Sure. Yeah." So my mom gave me the keys that she was hiding because she didn't want my dad to have the keys. And so he gave me the keys, and I said, "I'll be back in 2 minutes." That's what I said. I don't even know why I said it. I just said, "I'll be back in 2 minutes." So I went in the car. I went around the driver's side, the front seat. I looked around, kind of, you look at a car. It was a Equinox. So I looked in around, boom, boom, boom. Didn't see it in the front. Went around the passenger side, the front. Didn't see it there. Looked in the glove compartment. All the little sneaky spots. Went around the back seat of the passenger side, went around, looked, even looked under the seat, put my hand under there, the normal things you would do. And then went around, kind of made my way around the car to the back seat of the driver's side. And then I'm looking, and I looked down, I kid you not, and this was literally within 2 minutes, And I looked down, and I saw this and it was his keys. And I saw, and trust me, there's a point to this, to unlocking your full potential. the keys to unlocking your full potential. You're going to just stay with me here just for a moment. This is going to be a short one. I know I sometimes go on and on and on, but I get excited, and I'm excited about this message for you today. And it's Sunday, and let me just share with you, I'm in the Jeep. It's really, really windy. I wanted to do one out at the beach, but you can see, look at the clouds coming over top. They're literally, the wind's 20 miles an hour. It's kind of crazy. So I find the keys, and I'm laughing, and my parents are in the house now. They were sitting in the house. I just took the keys and went outside. And I got the keys, and I'm thinking there, and I look up, I was like, thank you. So I go in the house, and my dad's, and I was like, these what you looking for? And I felt all proud of myself. And he's like, no freaking way. Like, that's what he said. He's like, no way. He's like, I even bet your mother. I was like, I bet her like I said, $100 says he doesn't go get it. Not only did I find him, I found him in 2 minutes. So what is the moral of this message for you on this gloomy, doomy, rainy, stormy Sunday? The key to find the key to unlocking. Listen to this now. I really thought of this one now. Finding the key to unlocking your full potential, right? So you may know what you need to do. And I say full potential. Let's talk about getting the weight off. Let's talk about getting back in shape. Let's talk about being as healthy and fit as you can. Again, that's my world. You know, if you haven't watched the Daily Dose, this is the first Daily Dose you've watched. I'm an online fitness coach. I help moms and dads over 40 get back in shape, get their life back, lose the weight, and get back on track, right? And there's a key to unlocking that. And most people say, Mark, I know how to eat. I know how to work out. I know this. Like, they know. Finding the key to unlocking it. Because sometimes you know the key, but you throw it or you lose track. You don't know where it is. And the key is, how do you find the key? Okay, there's one thing about knowing, and one thing about knowing what to eat and knowing how to work out and knowing how to lose weight, right? Like, okay, but still, that some things were not working. Well, what's the secret? The secret is what happened to what my parents experienced yesterday when I came over. Now, I'm not just saying me, because I'm not saying like, oh, it's just me. The key is having outside eyes. Listen to this for a moment. The key to unlock, I say to finding the key to finding the key to unlocking your full potential is to have outside eyes. Because my dad, and he's a smart guy, and he looked everywhere, and he went here, there, and everywhere. But I would say is his eyes did not happen to see where those keys were hiding, right down on the passenger side, kind of like in that little low spot down here, like low spot down in there. And he didn't find them. But literally within 2 minutes, I found them. 2 minutes. So the thing is, it really pays. Now, people talk about accountability, say, you know what, well, the reality is because you're looking with your own eyes for the accountability. You're trying to hold yourself accountable. And that sometimes just doesn't work. As despite your best efforts, being accountable to yourself sometimes is a terrible idea. Terrible. My dad was trying and my mom was trying, and you know what? They didn't know. I kind of surprised them. I told my mom the day before, and I sort of surprised my dad. And I showed up, and I wasn't just to go find the keys, and I didn't even know if I could find the keys. But the difference between their eyes and my eyes, and not because they have good eyesight, is that they just had a pair of outside eyes that actually could look at some of the areas that maybe they were stuck and struggling. Like, they didn't know that it was down the side. And my dad said even, so what did I do? 2 things I did. Well, not only did we find the keys, we worked out a strategy so they wouldn't lose the keys. So I ordered the tile. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before. So it's a little square tile. I ordered 4 of them right at my parents' house, and they don't even do online shopping. So I ordered 4 tiles, 1 for each set of their 2 cars. So they have 2 sets of keys for each of the cars. So I have 4 sets of keys. So I ordered a tile, and I said, so Dad, you're going to put this app on your phone, and we did that. And then the tile things will come, and you're going to put those on the keychains. So that way, if you lose your keys the next time, if they drop somewhere or if you misplace them, you can just go on your phone. Now, don't lose your phone as well. You can go on your phone and you can find your keys. And he thought that was the best thing ever, right? And you know what it was? It was help getting strategies, techniques to build out what he needs so he doesn't do it again. The problem is we tend to use our key that we know and unlock, and then we tend to throw the key away, or we tend to forget about how we need to unlock the success, right? And the success is not to lose the keys again. The other thing we did, so that was one strategy. And then the other strategy was like my keys. I'll show you my keys. And now I don't lose my keys, but I said, hey, you need a bright colored keychain like this. Because if they had that on their keys, he had his two black keys, the car key, the turn, and the thing, and then a metal. There was nothing colorful on there. So the other thing we did was actually put something bright on there to have on the keys. And that was the other thing. So two things we did. So what was it? Not just outside eyes, but also putting a strategy in place so he doesn't lose, because he already did that 2 other times. And one time he had to replace, and that's why he knew how expensive it was. So where am I going with this? Why is that so important for you? The importance is understanding the help of having outside eyes and understanding that they can be really helpful in building out strategies to helping you so that you don't continue to lose your sets of keys, so to speak. So look, what does that mean when it comes to losing weight and getting in shape? It means you may think you have the key, but you sometimes may have lost it, right? The reality is you may have lost those sets of keys, and maybe you're the one looking and thinking, well, this is probably where it's at. This is probably how I should work out. This is probably how I should eat. But it's also helpful to have. Now, I'm not saying I'm the only coach, but I am one coach, and I definitely have a solution. I've been doing this for 25 years. I've helped people with outside eyes, my outside eyes, helping people get on a healthier path. The reality is, it doesn't have to be as hard as you think. In fact, my dad said, you know what, I probably wouldn't have ever gone. Maybe I would have found them sooner or later. I probably would have already bought an extra set of keys, spent all that extra money, wasted time and effort, and stressed out. It's no different when somebody's going through a weight loss program. They're trying to lose weight. They're trying to get in better shape. They're trying. They're trying to hold themselves accountable. They're trying to do it on their own efforts. And I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying my dad couldn't have found those keys, but he didn't. And he was getting stressed out, and the stress was causing him, he was just getting bothered. And maybe you're getting stressed out because here you are sitting in a couple months left of the year, and you told yourself 2020 was going to be different. 2020 was going to be the year that you changed. But you didn't have any strategy. You didn't have a plan in place. And then when life got thrown upside down with coronavirus, then you were not only already behind the 8 ball, you're already like way back. It's not like just losing the key. The keys were broken. Or you threw the keys out in the ocean out there in the wild. Like, let's go look in there. You threw the keys out in the ocean. You have no chance in the storm to get those keys back. So it does help to have the key. The key to finding the key is to have outside eyes. You see, for me in my business, and even in my fitness, and even in my spiritual life, I have outside eyes. So in my business, I have a business coach who helps me see the things that I cannot see so that I can become more successful in my business, so that I can actually progress and improve and get better at it. I have somebody in fitness in fitness, I'm a fitness coach, right? Check this out. I'm a fitness coach who has a fitness coach that helps me stay on track. In fact, I didn't get to the gym yesterday, but I missed my 5th workout for the week, and I'm going to go do that just as soon as I get off here, because I know the accountability of my coach. He's going to say, what happened to that workout that you're supposed to do Saturday? And I was like, well, I did it Sunday. Well, I don't want to say I didn't do it. Again, that's owning it, right? That's owning it. And in a spiritual level, I have a group of guys that I meet up with on a Friday morning. We meet online. They're all over the country, actually all over the world, which is pretty cool. And we meet up and we dig into scripture, and we look into what the Bible says about Christian men, because I'm around Christian men. And if you know anything about me, you know I'm a Christian man. And I believe in God, and I believe he has a path for our lives, and he has a path for your life, even if you don't know that yet. And I have a spiritual coach that just is my business coach's dad, who helps me grow and develop in a spiritual sense. Why do I have all those things set up? Because I can tell you the reward and the value having outside eyes, not trying to do it on your own. Ladies, now, I'm going to brag about this to ladies. So you women out there, you're the first ones. Typically why I've worked with probably 80% more women than men in the course of my 25 years of coaching is because women, you're apt to go get the help. You'll be the first to say, yes, I know I need help and I'll get it. Guys, not so good. Guys, you think, in fact, I've worked with so many guys over the years, and I say over the years, but I will say there's so many guys that say, no, Mark, I know what I'm doing. I know how to do it. I can do it. Then freaking go do it. But if you don't, what's the sense of not getting the help that you need? Like, there's a lot of good things that I don't do. Like, as a dude, like a guy, maybe, like, I should be able to work on a car or whatever. I couldn't work on this Jeep. Are you kidding me? No way. But you know what? I know there's people that are really good at it, and they can actually put outside hands on it. If I put my hands on this vehicle, I'd probably ruin it. And it's a lot of other things. We ordered a new front door. Our front door was trashed, and we got a new front door. And my wife was like, that doesn't look like, we were talking about, probably it's not going to be that hard, but I don't know how to put in a front door. By the way, if you have somebody that can install front doors, I'm looking for somebody. I have a couple guys, but I don't know how to do that. I was thinking, that's a manly man thing to do. Well, it is, but it's just not in my wheelhouse. Fitness is in my wheelhouse. Losing weight is in my wheelhouse. So I'm getting help, getting outside hands. Maybe that's the only thing missing from you and you getting the results that you need, is having a pair of outside eyes looking in on what you're doing, holding you accountable, answering questions that you have, directing you and giving clarity, just as the coaches and business people that I have in my life. Outside eyes is the key, just like it was for my dad having me find the keys. He was blown away. I thought it was actually funny. When I told him, he said, I don't know how, gosh, I thought I looked there and this. He was kind of confused. I was like, yeah, I have favor with the Lord. That's what I told him. And he laughed and chuckled. We had a good time. Anyway, that's it for today. It's Sunday. I have to go get my workout. I hope this message found you well. I hope if you don't have a pair of outside eyes, listen, if you don't have those outside eyes, I could be those outside eyes for you. But you got to realize that it takes you taking the next step. It takes you actually taking the initiative, taking that first step to get off the fence, or maybe to knock on the door and say, or to give me a call or send me a message and say, Mark, I need some help. I could use your help. I could use your expert. Now I'm going to just hold this thought for a moment. Please don't do this if you're not serious. Please don't reach out to me if you're not serious. Maybe you've been watching me for 4, 5, 6 months and you're still not serious. Don't reach out to me, because I'm not messing around with people. I want only people who are in the lines of wanting results, long-term results, not a quick fix. There's plenty of ways to lose weight out there. You can go do all those things. You can rely on your own eyes to take care of the weight loss, and you can do the ketos and the Atkins and the cookie diets and the HCGs, and plenty of those are coming around the new year. But if you actually want to get serious and you want to have somebody come alongside you, then potentially you and I could be a good fit. And I say potentially, I don't know till we get on a call, because my program's not the right fit for everyone. I work primarily with men and women over 40. Also, if you're looking for a solution, if you're just looking for a quick fix to get before the holidays, I'm not that guy for you. I'm really not. If you're looking for something free or cheap or really inexpensive, the reality is, I've learned one thing, because I've had people come on and like, oh, that's a lot more than I thought. Well, it's hard to be the best and the cheapest. In fact, guess what? It's impossible. It's impossible to be, look at all the things out there. Is the best steak in the world the cheapest? Nope. It's not a McDonald's hamburger, I can tell you that. But I would say, is the nicest car in the world cheap? Nope. Is the most beautiful home you could ever live in? There's some homes here on the ocean. You think they were cheap? Nope. The location on the beach, beachfront, oceanfront, you think those are cheap? Nope. How about a nice pair of shoes that will last and that you can wear and that are comfortable? You think those are cheap? Nope. Hard to be the cheapest. In fact, it's impossible to be the cheapest and the best. So I chose over the past 25 years to pursue the best. Now, I know I'm not the only one, but I consider myself one of the best for the type of person that I'm looking for. So anyway, that's all I have. It is Sunday. Get your worship on. I'm going to be grateful to the Lord. He gave me another day to live. He gave me another day to have outside eyes looking on me, and he gave me another day to also have my outside eyes looking on other people. So I hope you have a beautiful day. And look, we can be looking up and look at who's looking at all of us. The one who has the outside eyes looking inside right here in our heart, you and me. That's all I got. Take care. Have a blessed day. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Take care.